Here's my sweet wife Jill, my sweet friend Kathy, my brother friend Greg. I almost said sweet, he ain't that sweet. This is my visual. Give me just a second to sit down and get started before you start counting the time here. My wife's got to set the camera up. You just got to screw that in there, baby. She took mechanical engineering at Georgia. Ready? Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready to go. Ready? Yeah. Walt Disney was a talented producer who made one of the greatest contributions to the film industry by forming the world's largest film production house called the Walt Disney Company. The research findings will present information about Walt Disney's resilience, his creativity, his charm, and his charisma, and making a groundbreaking contribution to the film industry. He did this by honing his skills in art and production. Walt Disney made a phenomenal contribution to the world of animation, and in the process transformed the American entertainment scene significantly. In the remaining parts of the presentation, we'll explore how Walt Disney came to develop a multi-billion-dollar industry by A, demonstrating unique leadership qualities and determination, B, exhibiting a unique capability both in terms of vocal and visual creation, and C, by making the characters he created to be lasting icons in American culture. Now, according to Brad Allwidge of JustDisney.com, Walter Elias Disney was born December 5th, 1901 in Chicago, Illinois. Walt had a very early interest in drawing and art. When he was 7, he'd draw pictures and sell them to his neighbors. Instead of doing his homework, he'd doodle little animals and nature. And his knack for creating enduring art form took shape when he talked to Sister Ruth and helped him paint the side of his family's house with tar. During the fall of 1918, Disney attempted to join the military. He was rejected because he was underage. He was only 16 years old. So instead, he went and joined the Red Cross, and he was sent overseas to France anyway, where he spent a year driving a ambulance and chauffeuring Red Cross officials around. According to C. Bosley of Biography.com, once Walt returned from France, he wanted to pursue a career in commercial art, which soon led to his experiments in animation. He began producing short animated films for local businesses in Kansas City. By the time Walt had started to create the Alice comedies, which was about a real girl and her adventures in an animated world, Walt ran out of money and his company, Laugh-O-Grams, went bankrupt. Instead of giving up, though, Walt packed a suitcase and with his unfinished print of the Alice comedies in hand, headed for California, Hollywood, to start a new business. On July the 13th, 1925, Walt married one of his first employees, Lillian Bounds. 3 years after Walt and Lily wed, Walt created a new animated character called Mickey Mouse. His talents were first used in a silent cartoon entitled Plain Crazy. However, before the cartoon could be released, sound was introduced upon the motion picture industry, and therefore Mickey Mouse made his screen debut in Steamboat Willie, the world's first synchronized sound cartoon, which premiered at the Colony Theater in New York on November 18, 1928. According to Martin Gitlin, author of Walt Disney Entertainment Visionary, Walt's voice was used for Mickey. Following year, Disney started a new series called Silly Symphonies with a picture entitled The Skeleton Dance, in which a skeleton rises from the graveyard and does a grotesque clattering dance set to music based on classical themes. Color was introduced in the Academy Award-winning Silly Symphony film Flowers and Trees in 1932. He released the Old Meal slide, the first short subject to utilize the multiplane camera technique. Now, according to Brad Allwidge, again from JustDisney.com, Walt Disney created animated characters that were able to blend into the American culture as entertainment icons. As a result, the characters created by Walt Disney ended up blending almost like real-life personalities in the human society in which they were increasingly becoming popular. According to Jane Sutcliffe, author of Walt Disney of Lima Publications, Mickey Mouse was a movie star. His name was in theater signs. He got fan letters, and soon cities and towns all over the country had Mickey Mouse clubs. According to John Saunders, author of The Evolution of Snow White, the image of Disney has transformed into a representative icon of American culture, which is further enhanced by the penetration of Disney empire into the social life cycle of every American. Disney's all over the world. Disney's in Florida, California, Paris, Tokyo, Hong Kong, Shanghai. They're the #1 vacation spots in the world. In conclusion, I'd like to reaffirm that Walt Disney's undying determination to take the fiction industry to a level no other production company had done before. Walt died December 15, 1996 in Los Angeles, California from cardiac arrest following lung cancer surgery. It is clear that Walt Disney's contribution to the animation and fiction industry was fundamental. By honing his skills in art and production, Walt Disney made a phenomenal contribution to the world of animation, and in the process transformed the American entertainment scene. Walt Disney's success was strongly driven, once again, by 3 main elements. A, demonstrating unique leadership qualities and determination. B, exhibiting a unique capability both in terms of vocal and visual creation. And C, by making the characters he created be lasting icons in the American culture. Looking at the transition that has taken place in the fiction industry, especially with regards to animation, even with the present new technology, Walt Disney's characters still continue to feature strongly, a sign that even after his death, his animations are still pushing on strongly.